Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. So today, we're going to be looking at a company that's been generating some buzz lately. You know NextNav, ticker symbol NN. Now, we all know the potential of small cap stocks, right? I mean, there's always that chance for huge growth. And NextNav has definitely been catching the eye of a lot of investors. It even made it to number 8 on a list of small cap stocks that are predicted to do really well this year.
Yeah, and what's really impressed me is NextNav's performance over the past year. I mean, their share price is up over 127%. That's incredible. Even just in the last quarter, it's up almost 25%. Way ahead of the S&P 500 and other companies in its industry.
Yeah, those numbers definitely sound good, but it's
Yeah.
not all smooth sailing, is it? I mean, there has been some volatility too, right?
Oh, absolutely. NextNav has seen some dips recently, despite the positive long-term trends. Over the last 30 days, the stock price has dropped about 19%, and on January 8th, it fell over 6% in just one day. So yeah, it seems like there's this kind of
Yeah.
this tension between this strong momentum and these sudden drops.
It's like a Wall Street mystery or something. So how do we even begin to figure this out? What should we be looking at to decide if NextNav is a buy right now, or if it's time to maybe stay away?
Well, one thing to watch for is the upcoming earnings report. Analysts are predicting a smaller loss compared to last year, somewhere around 15 cents per share, which is actually a good sign even though it's still a loss. And on top of that, revenue is projected to grow by almost 8% year over year, reaching $1.11 million.
So even though they're not profitable yet, there are some positive signs for sure. What's the general feeling from analysts? Are they optimistic about NextNav's future?
Yeah, it seems like most of them are leaning towards the positive. We're seeing analysts revise their earnings estimates upward, which is always a good sign. B. Ryler, for example, they recently raised their price target for NextNav to $20 from $12, and they're maintaining their buy rating.
Wow, that's a pretty big jump. Sounds like they're feeling pretty confident about the company.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. But of course, as always, it's important for investors to do their own research. Analyst opinions are just one piece of the puzzle, you know? It's important to look at everything before making any decisions.
Right. We always tell our listeners on Investing Talk podcast to do their own research too. So speaking of looking at the bigger picture, what about the technical indicators? Are they painting the same picture as those positive analyst sentiments?
Well, the technical side is a little more complicated. There are definitely some signs of strength. NextNav is trading above both its 50-day and 200-day moving averages, which suggests some solid long-term potential. And its 10-day moving average is looking strong as well. But on the other hand, the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is currently at 75.85.
Okay, now, for those of us who aren't expert chart readers, what does that RSI number actually tell us, and why is it important?
So the RSI is basically a momentum indicator. It measures the size of recent price changes to see if a stock is overbought or oversold. An RSI above 70 generally means that a stock might be overbought, meaning it could be due for a pullback. So that 75.85 reading for NextNav, it's a bit of a yellow flag, not a definite sell signal, but it does suggest that some caution might be a good idea.
Interesting. So it's a potential sign that things might cool off a bit
Yeah.
after all those big gains.
Exactly. And there's another piece of the technical puzzle that's worth thinking about: trading volume. Just the other day, on January 17th, the volume for NextNav was much lower than its average. We're talking about 384,428 shares traded, compared to an average volume of over 1.4 million.
Lower than average volume. That's always interesting. What could that mean? Is it a lack of interest? Or maybe a sign that the market's not sure about NextNav?
That's the big question, isn't it? It could mean that investors aren't totally convinced about the recent price movements. Maybe they're a little hesitant to jump in right now, especially with that earnings report coming up on March 12th.
Yeah, that earnings report could be a real turning point. Seems like it's going to be especially important for NextNav, given all these mixed signals we've been talking about.
Absolutely. How the market reacts to NextNav's performance in the next few months, it's going to be very telling.
It's amazing how much anticipation there is around a single earnings report.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how it could potentially change the whole direction of a stock. But before we get too focused on those predictions, there's another piece of the puzzle we should look at: insider activity. What have the people at NextNav been doing with their own shares?
This is where things get really interesting. Earlier in 2024, we saw some pretty big insider buying, which is usually seen as a positive sign, right? It usually suggests that the people who know the company best believe it's on the right track. However, more recently, in December, both the CEO and CFO sold a large chunk of their shares.
Wow, that's a pretty big difference. Insider buying followed by selling from top executives. What are we supposed to make of that? Is that a red flag?
It's definitely something to look into. It's important to remember there are lots of reasons why insiders might sell shares. Sometimes it's just personal financial stuff, like diversifying their portfolio or needing money for a big purchase. But sometimes it could be a sign that they're not as confident about the company's future. Unfortunately, we can't read their minds, but it does add another layer of complexity to the NextNav story.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to solve a mystery. We have all these clues that seem to contradict each other,
Yeah.
and we need to put them together to figure out what's really going on. So for our listeners who might be thinking about investing in NextNav, what would you say are the most important takeaways from all this? What should they be paying attention to as they do their own research?
Well, the first thing I'd say is keep a close eye on that earnings report on March 12th. It really could be a game changer for NextNav. Don't just focus on whether they beat or miss earnings expectations. Look at the quality of those earnings. Are they growing revenue in a sustainable way through strong sales and increasing market share? Or are those good numbers coming from one-time gains or accounting tricks? Those are the details that can tell you a lot about how healthy a business really is.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's not just about the headline numbers. It's about understanding the story behind them. What else should investors be watching for?
I'd also say keep an eye on any more insider activity. If we see key executives continuing to sell their shares, that could be a bigger concern. On the other hand, if they start buying again, it might mean they're feeling more confident about the company's direction.
It's almost like we're trying to read tea leaves, trying to figure out what these moves really mean.
Exactly. And beyond insider activity, pay attention to any news or announcements from NextNav itself. Are they making new partnerships? Are they expanding into new markets? Are they innovating and developing new products or services? Those are all positive signs that could lead to future growth and make the company more appealing to investors.
It's all about looking for clues that point to growth and progress. So, to recap, we have a company with impressive growth, but also some recent volatility and mixed signals from both technical indicators and insider activity. So what's the verdict? Is NextNav a buy right now?
Well, there's no easy answer to that. It really depends on each individual investor's goals, their risk tolerance, and their overall investment strategy. If you're okay with a bit of a roller coaster ride, and you believe in NextNav's long-term potential, then it may be a good addition to your portfolio. But if you prefer more stability and predictability, there might be other investments out there that are a better fit for you.
That's a great point. There's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to investing. What works for one person might not work for another. It's about finding investments that match your own situation and goals.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to do your own research, understand the risks, and make informed decisions based on your own assessment of the situation.
So for our listeners who are interested in NextNav and want to learn more, where would you recommend they go? What resources should they check out?
Well, I always recommend starting with the company's own website and their investor relations materials. They usually have a ton of information on their financials, their management team, their products and services, and their overall business strategy. Then you can branch out and explore other sources, like financial news websites, analyst reports, and reputable investment forums.
Those are all great places to get a well-rounded view of a company.
And of course, we always encourage people to talk to a qualified financial advisor before making any big investment decisions. A good advisor can help you figure out your individual needs and goals, understand your risk tolerance, and develop a personalized investment plan that's right for you.
That's great advice. It's always smart to get expert guidance when you're navigating the world of investing.
Investing is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuously learning, adapting, and making informed decisions based on the best information available.
I love that analogy. It really captures what it means to be an investor. And sometimes the most valuable lessons come from those times when the signals aren't clear, when you have to weigh the evidence and make your own judgment.
You're absolutely right. It's those moments that really challenge us to think critically, to sharpen our analytical skills, and to ultimately become more confident and informed investors.
It's like we've been putting together a puzzle this whole time, and now we're trying to see the big picture. So, given everything we've talked about, what would you say are the most important things to consider when deciding whether to invest in NextNav? What's your gut feeling?
Yeah, that's the key question, right? And it's something each investor has to figure out for themselves. For me personally, that earnings report on March 12th is going to be huge. I wouldn't just want to see if they beat expectations. I'd want to see how they're getting those numbers. Are they growing their revenue in a sustainable way? Through strong sales and a solid business model? Or are they relying on one-time gains or accounting tricks? I'd also be looking at their cash flow and debt levels. A company can look good on paper, but still be in trouble financially if they have too much debt or their cash
Mhm.
flow is bad.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's not just about the numbers themselves. It's about understanding the context. And speaking of things that need a closer look, what do you think about that recent insider selling? Does that worry you?
Well, it definitely makes me think, like we said before, there can be perfectly good reasons for insiders to sell shares. But it's always something to pay attention to. I'd want to see if there's a pattern to the selling, or any other events or news that might explain it, if it seems unusual. It could be a sign that the people closest to the company are losing confidence. And that's something I'd want to understand better before making a decision.
It's like a detective story. We have to gather all these clues
Yeah.
to try and figure out what's really going on. So we've got the financial health of the company, those insider moves, and of course the overall market conditions. It seems like there's a lot to think about when making an investment decision.
Definitely. And I think this conversation has shown how important it is for investors to do their own research. Don't just chase the hot stock tips or blindly follow the crowd. It's about understanding the risks and investing in a way that makes sense for your own goals and risk tolerance.
Absolutely. There's no magic formula or guaranteed path to success in investing.
Mm.
It's about continuously learning, adapting,
Hmm.
and making smart decisions based on the information you have.
Exactly. And remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's important to stay informed, stay focused on your long-term goals, and don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away.
That's so true. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day ups and downs of the market. But real success in investing comes from patience, discipline, and a commitment to lifelong learning.
I couldn't agree more. And with that, I want to thank you for having me on Investing Talk podcast. It's been great talking about this with you.
The pleasure was all mine. And to all our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on NextNav? Are you bullish or bearish on the stock? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Investing Talk podcast for more in-depth discussions on investing. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Until next time, happy investing.